Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Bit of a different video today. I am going to go through my entire physical book collection. As I said in previous videos, I'm a slow reader. I'll probably read about a book a week. Also, these aren't all of the books that I've actually read because I do read quite a few audiobooks too. And also some of these books are my husband's books as well. So please don't judge me because some of them are a little questionable. I'm just gonna go right in and just get into it. I hope you can see them all. I'm not going to take them down because that's just long. Oh, and also all of my entire collection is scattered around this room. There's 4 different zones to go through. So the first zone, this is the read shelf. All these books have been read. So probably most recently or maybe like the last couple of years. So first book is Careering by Daisy Buchanan. Really enjoyed that book actually. I think I read that in November and I think I gave it a 4 stars. People Person by Candice Carty-Williams. I gave that a 3. It's quite a light and fluffy book. We're not even talking about the Ant Middleton ones. Oh, The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dahlia Harris. I think I mentioned that in my previous video. It's also being made into a TV adaptation. So I'm excited to watch that. The book I thought was okay. I gave it a 3. The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, I think. Is that how you say it? Loved that book. Read that in lockdown. And oh yeah, I loved it. It's a historical fiction about 2 twins. One is white passing and the other is black. They're both black, but one is white passing and their lives are kind of like separated, and you get to kind of see 2 sides, and it's very, very good. Highly recommend. It's 5 stars. Same in My Dark Vanessa. I also read that in lockdown and I gave that 5 stars. Very difficult read. Check the triggers. Luster by Raven Leilani. That was a recent one I read for Black History Month last year in October. I gave that a 2.5 because I wasn't keen on the writing. Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Deesha Philyor. Fantastic book. It's a collection of short stories, mainly focusing on women in the South, I think, and obviously their ties to religion, but there's all loads of things going on. It's really good. I think I gave that 4.5. Rainbow Milk, my absolute favourite, by Paul Mendes. Phenomenal book. I've spoken about it so many times. Book Lovers, again, one of my top books I read last year. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Again, another one of my top books from last year. Same with Bernardine Evaristo, Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. That is a phenomenal book. I highly recommend you read that. The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I really enjoyed that book. I think I gave it a 3. It was okay. It's just about all of Ali Hazelwood's books are women in STEM, so I thought that's quite interesting. But they're just like fluffy romance books. I thought it was cute. Let's not. Please don't judge me. Okay, so we've got Colleen Hoover. Ends with Us. Right. I read this when I was returning to reading, so I initially gave this 4 stars because I really liked it. It's fast paced, but as now my taste has changed as I've been reading a lot more since then. I'm not even gonna say. All of these books are my husband's. The Shortest History of England, Short History of Russia, The New Odyssey. Yeah, he likes a lot of history. He's a big history fan. Night Crawling by Layla Motley. That's a really good book as well. I think I gave it a 3 because again, it was very descriptive, but I really enjoyed it. It was okay. Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I think I gave that 3 or 4. It's a poetry book. Alexandra Potter, Confessions of a 40-something F-up. Really quick, fast-paced read. If you want something very light, highly recommend that one. Again, that's my husband's. Funeral in Berlin. Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. Need I say any more? I'm not giving up on the Brown sisters though. I am going to be purchasing whenever I get the chance. I'm kind of want to be on a bit of a book ban because I have had a lot of books lately. But I don't think I'm going to give up on the Brown Sisters because you guys have convinced me that number 2 and number 3 are a lot better than the first one. Tasha Brown Assembly, I thought that was really impactful book about a black British woman in the financial sector and just how alienated she feels, living in the UK, amongst other things as well. Edge of Here by Kelechi Okafor. I thought that was good. It was a really good book. It wasn't my favourite. It's a good book. It's supposed to be for people who like Black Mirror and things like that. I think it's a good introduction to like a dystopian. Emily Perkins' Lioness. Yeah, I remember reading that and I didn't really enjoy it. It was very odd. Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. I gave this a 5-star. I really enjoyed it. It's a nice fluffy Christmas read, and I'd be intrigued to read a little bit more from Catherine Walsh. Shuggy Bane, that's my husband's, but that is definitely going on my TBR. He said it's fantastic. I think he gave it a 5-star. Also saw Michelle Reason vlog. She's recently read that and she gave it 4 stars as well. So it is on my TBR to be read. And I think I might want to read it either next month or the month after. But yeah, definitely soon. More recently, we've got Sugar Baby up there by Celine St. Clair. Loved this book. Very fast paced, very racy, salacious, about the male gaze, hyperfemininity. Yeah, highly recommend it. Then, Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. Phenomenal book. Absolutely beautiful. Love the character development, the depth. Oh, yeah, I just love it. Absolutely love that book. And then Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Again, this has got to be up there with one of my top favourite books as well. This was the most recent read last month. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I listened to it as well as read it. And it was just an amazing experience. I highly recommend doing that. But I think I'm kind of late to the whole Daisy Jones and the Six. And then most recently, I literally just finished this yesterday, The Women Could Fly by Megan Giddens. I won't tell you my rating yet because I'll save that for the read and wrap up. I briefly rushed through that because I don't want this video to be too long, but yeah, briefly rushed through that. And there is one book missing. Chain Gang All Stars, as my husband is currently reading that one. So I think he's currently reading it. But yeah, we'll move on to, I don't think you could see it in the frame, but we'll move on to the books. There's a few little books in this little unit here. So I'll bring you closer and we can have a look at that. Yeah, so again, some of these are my husband's, some of them are mine. So The Colour Purple in here. God, I've had this book for years. I remember reading it many, many years ago. And I really want to watch the film as well. If you've watched the film, let me know. Is it good? I'm sure it's good because it's got a star-studded cast. Yeah, that's not mine. That's my husband's. He's kind of into like grime music and stuff. Husbands. This is mine. The Girl on the Train, Paula Hawkins. Again, I think I'll probably pick this up in like an airport or something. I really enjoyed that. I think I gave it 5 stars. The Girl Before, again, I think I enjoyed that. It's like a real thriller book. I think I picked that up in like an airport or something on holiday. And then we've got Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. Love this book. I did actually, look how like yellow it is. I did actually give this 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I actually only recently just finished it. I started it in like 2020. One of my close friends got this for me. And I literally I started in 2020. I only just finished it last year. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. Slay in Your Lane. This is really good. This is like the 21st century Black girl Bible for like the UK. There's like it's a fictional book, loads of statistics in there, loads of case studies in there, and essays from prominent Black women, Black British women. Highly recommend it if you're interested. The Guilty One, I remember getting this in a charity shop. I think I actually remember really enjoying this. I swear it was like £1. I can't remember. I'm sure it was like £1 or something. I think I actually remember really enjoying this, but I can't remember what it was about. I think it was about a guy... It was about a guy who was like a detective or something, and he had like a really messed up childhood. 8-year-old boy is found dead in a playground, and his 11-year-old neighbour is accused of the crime. Leading the defence is London solicitor Daniel Hunter, a champion lost causes. Oh yeah, yes, I do remember this. Yeah, it was really good actually. Yeah, highly recommend it. I might actually reread it. Let's see if I can get that back in there. Oh my god. Right, and then we've got Queenie by Candice Carter-Williams. Need I say any more? Love that book. I don't know why it's in here. Probably because I should probably put it up there because you know, it's a good book. Ojo Moyes, Still Me. Is this, I really like this, but I don't know if this is like the second installment of her books. Because it's Me Before You and After You. I don't know if I read the wrong one, but it didn't feel disjointed. I really still enjoyed it anyway. And what's this here? Yeah, that's just a self-help book which I haven't read yet, and another one there, a self-care book, and then a little notebook there. And that's that section done. Moving on to the bookshelf which you are behind. So bear with me. Okay, so this is all my, well, not all my, this is my part one of my TBR. Again, some of these are my husband's, some of them are mine. They're mostly mine. Let me move that out of the way. Right, so we've got husbands. So we've got, sorry, Kylie Reid, Such a Fun Age. Yeah, like I was saying in my previous video, I wasn't sure whether to pre-order Come and Get It because I haven't read Such a Fun Age yet. So this is definitely going to go on my TBR, I think, either this month, because it could be a Black History Month read, or next month. I think I really want to read it next month. So yes, I've got that. Again, Happy Place as well. I just said before, that's also going to definitely go on my TBR. I really do want to read that. I've had it on here for ages, and I've heard really good things. All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. I think I mentioned this in my books I'll be reading in 2024. So that's definitely going to come soon. Taylor Jenkins Reid, After I Do. I definitely will be reading this. Haven't heard too many people talking about it, but I don't know if that means it's rubbish or I don't know. But now that I've read Daisy Jones and the Six, I'm very intrigued to read more from Taylor Jenkins Reid. And then we've got Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I did DNF this, but I feel like I want to finish it. So yeah, let's just move this speaker. Hopefully you can see this. So that's a self-help kind of book. That's my husband's. We've got The School for Good Mothers by Jessamine Chan. Oh gosh, I picked that up last year, ages. Again, that's something else I want to read. Sounded quite interesting. I think it's about, let me just grab it for a sec. Hang on. So let's hope that doesn't fall. It says Frida had fed and changed her toddler Harriet. She had a work deadline, an article to finish, a job hanging by a thread, a file she'd left in the office. She would go get it. Harriet would be fine, but then the neighbours heard her crying. Soon the state decides that Frida is not fit to care for her daughter, that she must be retrained, that bad mothers everywhere must be re-educated. So yeah, I thought that was quite an interesting concept. Then we got Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. Again, I've heard this is a really popular book, so I would be intrigued to read that soon as well. I think it's supposed to be quite an emotional one. I think a lot to do with mental health as well. Where the Crawdads Sing, I haven't got around to reading that yet. One of my friends got me that a couple of years back. It was really only on during my long COVID diagnosis. I couldn't read at all. So I think she kind of got at me because I don't think she knew to what extent how bad I was. And I think she got at me because I know the chapters it's quite short, or the paragraphs are short, but there was no way I was reading that. But yeah, hopefully I can get around to it soon. And then the infamous book, A Little Life. You know, when I said I probably won't read it, I'm changing my mind. I think I might read it. I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't know. To be fair, my husband said he might read it before me and see, because obviously he knows me best, and see if it's something that is okay. But yeah. Insatiable by Daisy Buchanan. We'll absolutely be reading that. Again, that's meant to be similar to Sugar Baby by Celine Sinclair. So I don't know. And then we've got That's My Husband's, but I definitely want to read that. It's Natives by Akala. I think Akala is so clever and he has so much depth to him, and I think I would love to read his story. That's My Husband's. That's mine, but I don't really want to read it. I don't know. I'm not crazy. I mean, I don't mind Stephen Bartlett, but I don't know. I just think it's not really I just don't think it's my cup of tea. But my husband wants to read it, so I've given it to him. That's my husband's. This I got in a charity shop a couple of months back. Sal by Mick Kitson. Hadn't heard anything about it. Trigger warning. This is about SA, abuse, child abuse. I think we follow a girl where she has been SA'd by her stepfather, and unfortunately it starts to happen to her younger sister, and I think they run away. I haven't read it, so plan on reading that. New Animal, I mentioned that in one of my old videos as well. Open Water, I want to get to that so bad. I think I did actually start reading it. I think I might have read a page or two and then I just didn't read it, but I really want to read that. Even next month or the month after, I don't know, but I definitely want to read it. And then Precious as well. I definitely want to read Precious. I've heard the book is more intense than the film. And I mean, the film is rough, but I mean, I've watched the film and I'm okay with watching it. Obviously it's uncomfortable, but yeah, I'm a bit like, God, if the film is uncomfortable, so how bad is the book? So yeah, but yeah, that's the current TBR on here. So we will move to the final TBR over here, which is a TBR part 2. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we've come to the final stop. Right, I had to put my light on around here because let's take my slippers off. Had to take my glasses off because I've had to put like a bit of lighting here because it's a little dark. Yeah, so we've got the final stop, the TBR part 2. So yeah, this is like new in books which have just come in, and then obviously more of the coveted hardbacks and the hardbacks which don't fit or whatever. I don't know. There's not really a kind of, I don't know. So yeah, we'll take it from the bottom. So we've got the I can take them out. So we've got the Twilight special 10th anniversary edition. So this has got the Life and Death Twilight reimagined on the back. So I'm not actually sure what that's about. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to read it, to be honest. After I don't know, after feeling a little disappointed from Twilight, I think I might just leave it. Ow! And then we've got Twilight with the covers, which I was absolutely obsessed with. So yeah, we've just got that. I didn't want to put it on the red shelf because I thought, you know what, let's just keep them all together as they're a nice little collection. And then we've got New Moon. I just honestly love these covers so much. We've got Eclipse here. Eclipse. We've got Breaking Dawn. It's probably my most, look at that. That is flipping beautiful, okay? I'm sorry, I don't care. I might not even read it, but I think it's beautiful. And we've got Midnight Sun, which unfortunately doesn't fit, but it doesn't matter. Let's pretend it fits. So this is a chunky one, man. I don't know if I'm going to get round to this. And then we've got the beautiful Noughts and Crosses. I got this. My husband got this for me. I haven't even read Noughts and Crosses, but I really like this edition. I thought it was absolutely stunning. Beautiful book. And I know I've watched the TV series and I adored it. And God, how am I going to do this one-handed? There we go. So yeah, that's probably upside down, but whatever. So that just stays in there. Again, I'm probably gonna try and read that soon. And then we've got Wellness. I just recently bought this and featured it on my channel the other day. Next, we've got Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I think this is kind of like a popular book on TikTok. And I think, is there like 5 books now? I haven't even read this one. So I think it's like a real toxic Made in Chelsea type book. Then we've got A Name in History by Hilary Baptiste. We've got Please Stand By Emily Rennie. Both of these were kindly sent to me. Valley Verified by Kyla Zhao. That was kindly sent to me. Oh, this is a new one. Yeah, these are all literally just come in the other day. Look at the cover. It's like crazy, like like acid nightmares. So this is Dalagut Dream Department Store. I literally just found this on a whim. It was like it's I just thought the premise sounded interesting. So this is a Korean translated book. I haven't read many translations, so I thought I'd start with this one. So this is a book about obviously we have dreams, and there's like a store where you can like get your like order your dreams. And then there's a one day I think one of the most expensive dreams has been stolen or something like that, and they've got to find out who did it or something. I can't remember, something like that, but it that kind of sounds a bit lame. But I don't know. I think it might be a bit of a cozy book. So yeah, I'm really excited to read that. Just to I guess a bit of a cleanser. Yeah, we've got Tara Dewitt, the co-op. Again, I thought this was kindly sent to me. This seems like it's going to be a nice, easy, light read. A guy and a girl, their grandmas have left them with like a dilapidated building, and I think so. One of them has the money, but then the guy has the construction like expertise, but he doesn't have the money, so they get married and then like fix up the property and like collect the profits, but I'm assuming they probably fall in love eventually. So yeah, that'll be a nice read to tuck into. Next is Becoming Colder. Again, this was kindly gifted to me, kindly sent to me. Again, I think this is kind of like a bit of a dystopian read. It says there's a place in today's America with no electricity, no plumbing, no modern conveniences. In this place, there's no room for dreams, no space for self-expression, and no tolerance for ambition. In the community of Acadia lives a boy named Calder with the body of a god and the heart of a warrior. He serves his family with faith and honor, but he dares to dream of more, especially when an angel-faced girl his age is brought to their community. To Acadia, Eden is obedient perfection, prophesies to lead them to eternal peace, but to Calder, even at first glance, she's so much more. Yeah, I think they fall in love, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I think it's a bit of a forbidden love, but yeah, I've got makeup on it now. How annoying. Yeah, I thought it was a bit different for me. I really try to make my reading a little bit varied. Again, this book was kindly gifted to me. This is a proof, which I was like, what? Yeah, crazy. So this is Malma Station. I think this has already come out elsewhere, but it's due to come out in the UK the 7th of March, I think. So when I got the email about this book, I was like, yes, this sounds amazing. So it says a train races through a summer landscape. The passengers are all headed to Malma Station. On board are a married couple in crisis, a single father and his young daughter, and a woman looking for the answer to a mystery her mother left behind. The enigmatic Harriet, the controlling Oscar, and the searching Yana. Each of these characters carries within them the scars of what has come before. Malma Station is at once an enchanting and gut-wrenching novel about about family secrets and injustices passed on through generations, and a suspenseful hunt for truth with the power to change everything. Yeah, I think this is going to be quite gripping, chilling, emotional. Yeah, I think it's had quite good reviews actually, so yeah, I'll be intrigued to definitely want to read this soon. So yeah, and then sorry, I know I'm taking a while doing this one. And then recently, first of all, look at this cover, Piglet. So I'm not gonna lie, I found this book from what's her name? The Evening Reader, Priscilla. Lovely woman, lovely booktuber. She has a really nice channel. I'll link her channel below. She lives in Amsterdam, and she just seems like such the nicest person ever. I followed her on Goodreads, and I saw the US cover. It had a Big Mac on it, and I'm sorry, it looked delectable. It looked delicious, and I was like, what is that book? So it clearly worked. I read the blurb and I was like, oh, that sounds a bit of me. So this is the UK cover. Even again, it looks absolutely delectable. I love donuts and I miss donuts. Fortunately, I can't eat gluten anymore. Hopefully I can find some like gluten-free donuts, but just sugar as well. I'm not really great with sugar, but Don't they look so good? Don't they look so good? But yeah, I'll just briefly share what this is about because I was going to do a separate haul, but I can't be bothered now since I'm showing you in here. So it says, her life is so full, so why is she hungry? For Piglet, an unshakable childhood nickname, getting married is an opportunity to reinvent. Together, Kit and Piglet are the picture of domestic bliss, effortless hosts planning a comfortable wedding. But if her life looks too good to be true, it probably is. 13 days before they're due to be married, Kit reveals an awful truth, cracking the facade Piglet has created. It has the power to strip her of the life she has so carefully built, so smugly shared. To do something about it would be to self-destruct, but what will it cost her to do nothing? As the hours count down to their wedding, Piglet is torn between a growing appetite and the desire to follow the recipe, follow the rules. Surely, with her husband, she would be herself again. Wouldn't it be a waste for everything to curdle now? Yes, I want to read this. This sounds like messy lies, deceit. Yeah, secrets, family dynamics. Definitely want to read that. So, and just look, it's just a beautiful cover. But yeah, so there's that. This is an old candle. I've got some pictures of friends when I was a teenager. This was at my 17th birthday party. Oh, memories. I'll quickly go through these. I've already spoken about these. So you've got Red Rising by Pierce Brown, Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. That's right. Educated by Tara Westover. This is, I have to read this because so many of you guys have been like, oh, I need to. I was saying ages ago that I want to read a cult book. I want to read a cult book, and I haven't read one yet. So, need to read Educated. The Girls, The Handmaid's Tale, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. That's also on my TBR for this month, and Beloved as well. Oh, I also have 2 other books. Let me go and get them quick. Right, I also have these 2 other books. Oh gosh, right. I also have these. I'm so stiff. I have these 2 other books. So I'm currently reading these, but it pains me. But I might DNF this. Oh, I had high expectations, but I might DNF it. So this is Let Us Descend by Jasmine Ward. Read the blurb and I thought, God, this is going to be powerful. I just can't get into it. I'm only like 70 pages in, so please let me know. Should I persist or should I DNF it? It's just a lot, man. Not as lot as in like, oh, it's deep, but I think maybe the way it's written, I think because it's written with, I'm not very good with my words, but some of it is written like obviously with the kind of southern like aspect, and I don't know, it's one of those books where you really have to concentrate, so I think that's probably why I was struggling. But yeah, I don't know, I do want to persist because I do really want to, you know, everyone's been raving about it. And then I'm currently reading is it Giovanni or Giovanni? I'm obviously saying it the lazy Brit way, but Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. I'm only the first chapter in, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm the first chapter in, so so yeah, yeah, these are my books, so they'll obviously go on there. So yeah, that's it. That's my entire physical book collection. Like I said, there are many books which I've read and which I've listened to, sorry, and are not here because I haven't bought them. But I eventually, you know, one day when I get my library or when I get my own little rec room and I can display my book collection, eventually I want to buy every book which I've, you know, actually read. And for example, like Jeanette McCurdy and Glad My Mum Died, and Viola Davis, her memoir, which is outstanding. I have a lot of time for Viola Davis. I really look up to her and admire her. She's just such a phenomenal woman. And there's just loads of other other books I've listened to, like when I've had Audible and things like that. So yeah, and also I wanted to do this video because I wanted to see how full my collection will be. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this is kind of just the start, really. I mean, I think I will have to go on a bit of a book ban at the moment because I'm not reading enough. Like, I feel like it's like I'm reading one book, but then I'm buying like 10 more. And it should really be a book in and book out, but whatever, what are you gonna do? Anyways, I hope you liked this video. Sorry that I didn't go through all the books like one by one. I just feel like that might have been a bit much, and most of them I've kind of spoken about anyway. But yeah, let me know what you think anyway, and I'll speak to you in the next one.